Okay, so Dilla, as I like to say. Um, this is kind of disturbing because obviously we knew the national debt was going to get bigger, but something weird's going on because we have that in combination. First of all, if anybody remembers, all these T-Man fans were like, "Oh yeah, we're going to cut the government. We're going to make the budget smaller." Like, okay, but did you do it? No. Not even close. And it made it worse. Like I predicted, but anybody who knows me that talked to me personally, um, and this military stuff is getting weird. Like, so we got military in the street. The budget's getting kind of about to bust. Now, this is kind of funny. Like, no trust in government data. I mean, what the heck, guys? Like, I didn't trust this stuff 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I'm not even joking. I knew inflation was out of control because I couldn't get a place. I couldn't afford a house. I had to like totally lift heaven and earth to just get a place to like own. So yeah, and it was not easy. Trust me. So and then the inflation numbers are being faked. Yes, they are. What they do is they play these games and they say like, and they've been doing this before T Man. It's before that they say like you know oh well, $1,000 of computing power is cheaper. Yeah, no kidding. I'm talking to you on a laptop that I literally bought on eBay for $130. Great. Can I eat it? You know, um, but it is cool to have. Great little computer. But I'm not against it. But they're not factoring in the stuff like housing and medical care and food and just all these other things that obviously are like dramatically more expensive than they were. It's kind of funny because me and the GF, she found a rent receipt for a place we rented in California, and it was less than what I'm paying now. Because California is just so damn expensive. But then she found a grocery receipt, which was like, oh my god, we got by on like $35 for a whole week. Yeah, we did back then. So interesting. But yeah, the apartment was in like a super rich, not super rich, but a very nice neighborhood. The point of this is, when I see the T-Man deploying troops in cities, it seems to me we might be building up to something where like there's unrest. So everybody be advised, you might want to like avoid it. Um, you might not want to get caught up in it. I thought that I saw this coming in like 2018, 19. I said something's gonna happen, and I don't want to go end up being one of those idiots in front of the Capitol yelling at a building. And we had the Rona stuff, and it totally made me like I'm not over it yet. And I I went to one of the rallies, and it was actually nice people, but they were all T-Man supporters, like almost all. And then there were a handful of people like harassing us. Some nurses said they were going to shove a needle up my butt. I'm like, yeah, good luck. They were like, they were ugly. Let's put it that way. Um, but although I loved the people and they were freedom minded and they were open minded to my point of view, I said, why do you support this guy? You know, and they're like, well, it's not his fault, and this and that, and I'm just like, I'm not buying it. But they didn't. I didn't get like the Antifa treatment. They were nice people, so I'll give them credit for that. But yeah, I don't understand why like we need military crackdowns like in DC. Like it's not like there's riots. Like we needed it in 2020 in Portland. We needed it in Minneapolis. We needed it. People were I don't know if people understand. People committed suicide over this because they lost their business. Like it got burnt down to the ground and they couldn't recover. And they literally committed suicide over it. That happened. So, why do we need military crackdowns on ordinary crime and, illegal aliens when, you could basically just deport whoever, prioritize it or whatever and just do normal thing? Now, I mean, in my opinion, they should have stuck to what he said in the campaign. We'll go after the worst of the worst, and then the rest will get like a deal where they can stay. Sounds good to me. Um, yeah, and to my opinion, if you marry an American citizen or have kids with an American citizen, which to me is marriage anyway, or anything like that, or have lived with them long enough, you should basically be treated as an American citizen. Like I had a friend who moved to Canada with his girlfriend. Well, they've been together so damn long, like you wouldn't believe. And he had to jump through like 10 hoops to get married and then like become a Canadian citizen, and he was proud of it, and I'm proud of him. But it was not easy for him. Um, you know, but I just think that like I don't know, this stuff all doesn't make sense. It's the royal scam. I hate it. It's just messing with people, making us like slaves and work hard and stuff like that. And I'm not denigrating like the slavery that happened to black people. That's not what I'm talking about. But it's just yeah, I don't know, but something's going on. So be advised and try to like avoid any of this. If you're in America, you might get like, you know, you might get into a situation that's not good. So just think twice, that's my advice.